buffing spells.
At the end of the fight.
The whipping cord of the deep mind is going to try to get the professor again.
Yeah, I have freedom of movement now.
No, cast on Brukerbeck.
He cast it on Professor as well. He did it himself, then Professor, didn't he?
No, he only casts one spell around. He's not a dual spellcaster. He has two spells prepared. He casts it on himself first.
Got it. Then yeah, I think the first thing would be the 50% mischance of displacement, right?
This thing, are you intelligence higher than 1?
I am?
Yeah, he knows where you are.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You are the biggest. You're the biggest brain that he's seen in a long time.
Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna grapple me again. I assume.
The horrible things grab a hold of you at a different angle. The drill is coming through. It's trying to come through your temple.
It was. It got 38.
Yep.
Was that
a CMD? This is against your CMD.
Yeah, it's still not going to be 38.
Okay. Any immediates going off?
I'll give you another liberating command.
Okay.
Thank you.
The DC is 40.
So 1d20 plus, what was it before? It was 2 from Good Hope, or no? Yeah.
2 from Good Hope, yeah.
It's got your eyes pulled back like you're in the torture scene from Clockwork Orange.
I think you're at, last time you were at +4.
+4 is
the side of your temple.
Plus 24.
My dex. Did I include reduced person on the last one? I don't think I did.
You did.
Did I?
I think you did.
I thought that was for the attack.
Maybe that makes it +5.
Yeah.
Reduced person
because it will give
lowers your CMB. It might increase your escape artist, but you're rolling a CMB check, so you're at -1.
This is escape artist. Liberating command is make an escape artist check immediately.
Okay. Which it increases my dex. So it would go up by another 1 because.
Yeah, well, an escape artist then is +2 plus Good Hope. I'm allowing you with this spell to actually make a CMB check.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's +2 from Good Hope, +4 from my dex,
-1 from size.
-1 from size, and then +1 from the dex from reduced person.
Yep.
So the -1 +1.
If it's CMB, wouldn't he get his base attack bonus?
That is bad. Yep.
So would I add anything else then from
your base attack bonus is 6?
I have it as 7. Or
a 13th level wizard magus? Oh, maybe because magus? I thought your magus class was like regular reduced Bab though. But it might be higher.
My Bab's +9.
Okay, then you get magus 3/4 Bab, which is actually pretty good.
So sorry. So it's Good Hope 2, 4 for my dex, 20 for the spell. -1.
No, so a CMB check is Bab plus strength plus size. A CMD you add your dex to. You are actively trying to struggle out of it. Now you kept your strength. You kept your int as your strength in this place, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so your Bab plus your strength right now is +20.
Oh wow.
+2 for Good Hope. -1 for size is +21. And Matt's giving, or Ferris is giving you a +20 to your roll. So you basically don't roll a 1.
I didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
You manage, you're like, I'm doing this wrong. I should just use my towering intellect. And you throw this thing off of your face. It goes whipping around the room and then hovers angrily as it really wants. It's like trying to figure out like how do I get inside this thing's beautiful, beautiful brain pan. Esri is going to swing. It's the dream realm. Physics don't need to be great, and
Nice.
she swings from one of these things diagonally to the other, and she's going to try to collect the other illithid skull.
Head?
Yeah.
The other skull? Yeah.
She's carrying on with one of the skulls by its kind of dead tentacle that's still attached to the fishy, bony skull. Bukerbeck, enough of that! And he's going to cast his second freedom of movement on the professor. Don't let it touch you.
Ooh, thank you, Bukerbeck. Oh, always timely.
And I think he goes defensive. The bugs, they know they can't harm you with their little tricks. They're gonna hold person Thurgus twice. Don't roll ones with your spells that you're running.
Am I immune to hold person with freedom of movement?
Freedom of movement, I think you are. Okay, so
I can roll it anyways.
They're clacking angrily as they're hedged under the stairs.
Those are will saves, right?
Yep.
Just in case it gets dispelled, I'll just roll it anyways. So, 50 and 45.
Okay. Shadowy men in top hats. There's one that's bleeding. The other one they've all retracted. Yeah, there's one that hasn't quite retracted. It's retracted, but it's still hanging at the sphere. This sphere is probably the brightest of the group. There seems to be this great white, beautiful light inside the sphere. You've seen this light before. This is the light that was on the horizon.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
When you were at the edge of the dreaming, in your own constellation, in your home constellation.
Before we got on the boat, we saw it on the horizon.
Mockernom. Oh, that was fun! He's going to go flying towards the other thing. Oh, take this thing's head off, right?
Let's see if we can disconnect it.
Pharisee.
I'm going to double move. I'm flying. My fly speed is 40. All right, I'm going to double move over towards... I'm going to keep one of my masks with me, and I'm going to leave one of the masks... There's an extra Pharisee here. And I'm going to leave one of my masks with the group. Specifically with Bukerbeck.
Okay. You can feel his spell still shielding you in this strange place with this strange physics.
Very nice.
You see that there is this horrible speech that is written down in formulaic form along the book. Your eyes almost cross when you glance at it. Are you trying to delve its secrets or not?
No, I'm trying to head over to here.
Okay. Okay. There's still that wobbling potion bottle. It doesn't look like it's going to tip, and there's some strange liquid that's still inside the bottle.
Okay.
Zephyros. I think Zephyros is going to blast these bug things.
That makes sense.
What are they? What are they?
Oh, they're fireball targets.
He's going to blast yet another. This time he'll use fire because Thurga said so. Kill it with fire. That's how you handled both, right?
Yep.
He's used 1 of his maximized and 3 of his intensified. He's out of those fireballs. He is going to use a chains of fire to get them both.
Oh, nice.
Which is like chain lightning, except fire. He auto makes the SR check.
Oh, wow.
And chains of fire, I think, is just 14d6. So 40, plus 6, so 47 damage. As he's burning these brain-collecting crab things, they are not resistant to fire. He's got a ways to go, but he damages them both. The device, the third dead green flare sheds its body, and there's just a skull that remains as another dreaming entity has been emptied into the skull. Thurgus.
There is a bug that is still up, and it's in a charge lane. I charge into the black tentacles.
Okay. Let's check to see what these things reach. They do not have 10-foot reach, so you go right up to this horrid thing.
I will be power attacking this time, since I'm not doing bloodsickle stuff, so that goes down to...
It does not have anything to say or really communicate to you. It screeches horribly as you embed your blade into the side of its carapace.
45 to hit.
Spurting juices everywhere.
For 71 points of damage.
118.
What type of action is a charge in the 3-action system?
Is
it 2 actions or 3 actions?
2 actions plus the attack at the end is 3.
Okay, that's it for me.
Yep. It's almost like they should be either 1 or 2 depending on the move, but we haven't really made that call yet. So,
I mean, I could have just made a movement with haste and then attacked, but without the +2, so that's kind of on me. But
yep.
I'm raging, so I charge.
Okay, this thing looks like it wants to leave. It doesn't want to deal with you. 71 damage brings it to 189, and it needs to make a fort save or die. Close. Yeah, you embed your sword into the side of it. It's leaking. Professor, there's still the whipping cord. And then it's looking around for a target. It's got a lot of people flying around now.
How many actions does it take to use a Pearl of Power?
I think it's a standard. It's like recalling the spell, and you can cast it, I think, is the way we use them.
Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to do something to help me not get screwed over by this tentacle.
You have freedom of movement now. The tentacle can't grapple you.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So I could use the Pearl of Power to recall a 4th level spell and then cast it, and that would be all of my actions?
The raw is that's actually a standard just to recall it, but I'll let you. We've been using them wrong for years, so you can cast it in the same round as you're recalling it, but it is a standard action. You can't speed it up.
Yeah. How many? Would I have any actions left at the end of that?
You'd have 1, and then your haste attack.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be using that haste attack. But I will use my last arcane pool point of the day. This is the first time I've used all 24 at this level. And I will use the Pearl of Power to recall Phantasmal Killer, the piercing one, and I will try and hit the spider number 2 with a Phantasmal Killer. So first is SR.
Yeah, it's got an SR of 19.
So it's 2 from spell penetration, 5 from piercing spell, plus my caster level is 13. 33.
Yeah, that was one away from blasting through the Dream Flayer SRs. But yeah, these things are little lapdogs compared to them.
And yeah, then the DC on that is going to be 31. Will save and then 31 for it.
It is really good at will saves. It fails, and then
I would think it'd be good at fort.
And then the fourth save, it rolls in that one. The thing basically shudders. All the little brains in its body explode in their little tanks, and then the whole thing collapses onto its side, and this thing does.
Yes, I got one.
The angry fucking cord tentacle is like looking around the room. It's spying on you guys. You think one of the tentacles might be ocular, as it's looking around. Yeah,
that's my turn.
All right, the deep mind. Who isn't protected by freedom of movement right now?
Probably Zephyros.
Zephyros.
King Zeph. Or probably Ezri and Makronom.
Ezri and Makronom, huh?
But their like brains probably don't show up as too big.
You're not wrong. Makronom's intelligence is 8, and Ezri's intelligence is...
She's not dumb, but she's not like...
18.
That's pretty good.
We know who this Catwoman is. Let's try to grab Ezri again. Okay, 48. The tentacle wraps around her. You hear the cat going...
I still have some level 1 bard spells, so I will get in the rating command.
Okay, Ezri with a +20 on her escape artist with size and a bunch of modifiers is at +42, so she doesn't roll a 1, she escapes. Thank you. I don't want this thing drilling in my head again.
You need to banish this back to where it came from. Or kill it somehow.
Oh, we just leave once we have my friends.
Can we just take them in the skulls?
We need
Aren't
to
they
find,
inside the bubbles?
We need to find the door. The bubbles
Oh,
have been
that
emptying
too.
into illithid skulls.
Oh, I thought there were people inside the bubbles that had liquid around them or something.
I think
It
that
might
like
have
we
been,
kept
but yeah.
seeing impressions of people in there like flashing, like some kind of essence, but it drained away when it...
Ezri runs and she goes... She's now got 2 skulls trailing behind her. She's like biting on the tentacles, and she adds a third one. She says in her mind, I think I found him. Wolf Boy.
Oh, good.
Wolves and cats and bears, Ursine. Oh, my goodness.
The light carrier. We need him. Most of all. Bukerbeck. Bukerbeck! gets angry for a moment. He's going to cast Invisibility Purge. The wall where the door was appears, and you can see the burning wall of fire that Zephyros had put up to keep any madness at bay. There is the way out, says Monarch Zephyros.
I think we should leave. Once you are done collecting your friends.
Wait! We must see one last thing!
The bug is attempting to retreat from Thurgus, incurring an AOO. It's like trying to disappear into the bowels of this place.
45 to hit.
You hit it so hard in its thorax that the little brain pustules pop, and it dies. The Shadow Men in top hats have all been defeated. Makranam, coup de grace, this Dream Flayer, sending it to the next realm or wherever they go, or into nothingness.
Oh, this is for keeping, right, Ezri?
Yes, it's for keeping. It is the light. It is Darshan.
Yeah.
Sounds boring.
We're boring character names.
Pharisee?
I am going to, given that we've got all the skulls here, I have a teleport and some other tricks. I am going to go over here and try to figure out what's going on.
Okay. There's this horrible liquid that is in this jar. It looks like there is some formulas that are making your brain hurt just looking at them. What are you concentrating on? The potion, the writing, or the apparatus?
The apparatus. I'm curious about how these things work and how the entity from beyond connects in.
Okay. Give me a knowledge planes or a knowledge dungeoneering.
I am going to give you planes. My planes is very good. I'm going to take 10 on it as a bard and get a 41.
Okay. You are able to say a few arcane and planar kind of sigils to get a glimpse at what is in this apparatus. The apparatus is a dream manifestation of a connection to a being that is latched on or perhaps is even trapped in this realm. And I'm going to make a map visible to you. The creature is so large that it is a map and not a token.
Oh.
Yep, that makes sense.
Does it remind Pharisee of a creature we've seen that was enormous in...
Goodness gracious.
There are floating cadavers of its victims that it has chosen to become part of its brood. There is a massive brain the size of a building, flipping tentacles. You have not only just discovered the source of this invasion, this creature that is latched onto this thing, but something that is greedily and hungrily feeding upon dreamers. It will not, you know that this thing will not stop until all of the pearls is under its sway. Pharisee, what is your take 10 in knowledge dungeoneering?
My take 10 in knowledge dungeoneering is 30.
Whomever named this thing the Mind Flayer should be fired. A Mind Flayer is simply one of a race of creatures with tentacles for a beard and face This thing is an elder. This thing is an elder brain.
Okay.
And you've made contact with it as you look up into the space where it is in the dreaming. It looks back at you. Is your mind protected in any way, shape, or form at this moment?
It is protected because I still have one of my masks over by Bukovac.
Wonderful. Then it only talks to you in a multitude of voices. There's got to be at least 40 of them in this space with it.
Yeah.
We are the Mind Flayer. Oh, okay, maybe it just thinks it's a Mind Flayer.
We are a bunch of jerks.
You should join us. Your dreams are resplendent. You notice that the tentacle that was whipping around has concentrated on Pharisee. Take us, and we will show you the glory and pain of the multiverse.
You will destroy this place, and no one will ever escape. You are not our friend.
You are a slippery thing, Faye. A long time since we've encountered Faye. Perhaps we can come to an accord, Faye.
I've got goodness up, so I'll say make an offer.
Trapped we are here, but not trapped. Once we are out, we know how to break down the walls. We will pilot this place. Away! Away! The cord angrily tries to enter, physically tries to touch you and just, slides off of your freedom of movement. What is it that you want to know? We will tell you. What is it you wish to control? We will get it for you. You will become we, and we will become one.
Thing did its fucking thing again.
Yeah, I think we gotta leave it. It's trapped here, folks. It wants to get out, and it thinks it can drive Pearl out of this prison plane, but I think it would cost us all our lives and sanity.
What say you, Faye?
No, not today. I know where you are, though.
You are foolish to side with him. Undead
In the world
have removed themselves from the ultimate cycle. They will not be blessed. They will not become we.
Good to know that's an option.
There is another option, Faye. And it says a word that translates into food chattel.
Did you say food chattel?
Food chattel, as in you do things for it and then eventually they eat you. That's the third option.
Cool.
It doesn't seem to understand why you would say no, because we is great. Why wouldn't you want to know everything?
Why wouldn't you want to be part of the giant tentacle monster?
Like this thing probably has storehouses of knowledge. It is a giant brain that's existed for who knows how long. Aeons. It's stuck here, though, and you're not. Well, hopefully not.
We should
go
before it's too late.
This is not the way out. This is out into the cloud with that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we want it to stay trapped. Okay, yeah, I think I'm done treating with it. Is there anything other than that weird potion on the table?
There's the potion and the book with the formula that makes your brain hurt. There's something wrong with the liquid inside the bottle as well.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave them both here. This feels like it's part of the trap. I'm not gonna take the books, Professor. You're welcome to give it a try.
Okay. The thing is still active, so
give it a try.
Zephyros is now. He's grabbing Bukerbeck and Henry, and the with his trunk, the happy sigil, and they're all moving into the hallway.
No, not yet, not yet.
Right next to the wall of fire. The fiery side is out. It was supposed to protect you, so you kind of.
I will.
He dragged you guys.
Not go willingly.
Okay, so you were out of the protection then, because he can't grab a hold of you with your freedom of movement if you're resisting.
Yeah, I'm gonna resist.
Okay, they can still see into the room. That was grab, move, and drop. He's got an action left. He's got a ready to action to attack something with his scythe that comes close. We need to leave, says the king. The device has emptied into the last skull, and all 4 of the chandelier-like orbs are now empty. One of the 3 skulls, or one of the 4 skulls, is brighter than the others and contains the whitish light that you saw on the horizon, standing on your distant shore. You're pretty sure that the brightness of this light might attract things, and also is likely very special. A light that is of hope and life. None of you are plugging yourselves into the devices, and you've protected yourselves against the whipping cord of the Elder Brain Mind Flayer.
Are we still in grounds?
Yep. This next, well, it still has a chance to get you guys. So Thurgus, what are you doing?
Yeah. So I'm assuming all I've heard is that Zephyros wants to run away like a bitch. So I'm gonna charge wherever that tentacle is coming from.
Okay, it's kind of coming up from within this sphere thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like smack whatever that sphere thing is and just start sundering shit with an adamantine greatsword.
Okay, with the bloodsicle, you manage to. It's an object right at that point, so just do damage.
$65.
Yeah, you end up cutting the cord right at its base, and the whole machine stops. The cord is dropped to the ground and is kind of flipping around a little bit, sparking.
Oh, good job, Pharisee. I'll fuck up this machine. You fuck up that alchemist bottle. And he will look at that bottle as that's going to be the next thing he destroys on his next turn.
The bottle has this very strange looking liquid inside of it. The liquid, it brings to mind feelings of like coming across milk that is curdled, but it kind of surprised you that it went curdled.
That's it for me in rounds. Yeah. So,
Professor,
I'm gonna fly over at 90.
Where? Okay.
To the bottle and the books.
What are you looking at? The formula or the bottle?
I'll look at the bottle first.
Okay, an inscrutable and very dangerous looking liquid.
Inscrutable.
Will it burn or action if I look at the book as well? If I glance at that,
you can glance. Well, yeah, I want to know what you're concentrating on. So you glance at the weird liquid, and then you glance at the. Oh, there's a formula there. It is just like the formula that you learned recently. However,
okay,
this one, will, instead of accentuating the death that you carry in your left hand, will accentuate the iridescent skin that you've contracted. It's like a different path, a different option. Just as dangerous, but it's a different formula to power. You doubt that you could combine both of them, or maybe you could because you're smart enough and all power is grabbable.
And arrogant.
Oh god. Oh god. Out of curiosity, how many actions would it take to pick up the bottle and drink it?
So you moved over, you looked, you haven't made a skill check yet, so to pick up the bottle is 1 and another action to drink it.
Oh, I'm gonna pick up the bottle.
Okay? The bottle, it is sloshing around like it's defying gravity. It's like physics aren't working properly inside the bottle. It's like dripping up and to the side and moving around the opposite way to the way you're kind of jostling it, and the geometry and physics of inside the bottle are wrong.
Oh god. Oh no, I think I have to drink it, guys. It was in my dream. It was in my dream.
Don't you want to know what it is before you drink it?
I know Thurgus is gonna smash it. There's no time.
That's true. That's true.
I have to drink it. Oh, what could this be? Is it the answer to all of my quests? I'll drink it.
Oh yeah, Professor, destroy the. What are you doing? It's amazing.
Give me a
I had to, guys. I had to.
A fortitude.
I know it's stupid. It
This
may
one's
kill
not the
me,
same formula. This isn't the one that makes you a lich.
Give me.
but it's similar,
Give me.
and it's right here.
A fortitude
That's
save.
true.
Die on the
Okay.
spot.
I may. Which is, I think 16. Is it lower because we're in the dream?
No. Well,
Your
if your charisma is lower than your con.
Yeah.
lowered by 1.
Got your fortitude plus 15.
Yeah, it should be lowered by 1. Is there any bonuses going right now? Good Hope?
Okay.
I've got you at 15 with Good Hope.
The DC to avoid this effect is 32.
You have me at 15 even with Good Hope? I have my fort as plus 16 normally, and then it'd be minus 1 because we're in the dream, and my charisma is lower than my con.
Oh, that could be a 17 then, yeah.
So plus 2. And I don't think there's anything else that would help with this right now.
It's a powerful, permanent polymorphic effect.
Here we go. I failed.
I hope you turn into an ooze.
I failed.
Okay, the professor's skin is, his iridescent skin is just fluttering, and he seems to be turning a strange purplish gray in his skin. He's no longer looking like the professor. He's growing a weird beard, and his mouth is pinching to a beak.
This was your choice, Professor?
You feel your insides turning out. Now, all of a sudden, now that your flesh is corrupted by the aberrant horror that is the race of illithids, the mental connection with the we is trying to now pull you into becoming part of the collective, obliterating your personality and becoming a full-fledged illithid. Will save DC 32.
Rip, Professor.
Oh no. 1d20 plus my will is at 14 normally, which is wisdom. which stays the same in the dream. What's the DC?
32.
So it's possible, but not likely.
Joy has become we.
Okay, the
I can
professor.
give you a saving finale so that you can do it again.
The professor hits the top of the table.
Let me do it again.
And is
Let me do it again.
In agony. He's writhing in agony. Just he's undergoing this horrible mutation, this horrible transformation. Pharisee.
Let me try it again.
She casts saving finale, which allows him a second saving throw.
Yep.
Do it, coward.
1. Oh no, I broke him finally. Oh no.
And that's a polymorph effect. It's not a curse. I'm not going to be able to dispel it. I can't heal him out of it because it's not like insanity.
I think it's break enchantment, right?
I do have a break enchantment.
Okay, the professor's writhing around on the ground and then finally stops. The tentacle just... let's see. It goes next. The deep mind just accepts, even though there's freedom of movement. He takes the cord and puts it into the back of the skull and floats up to the kind of halfway between Thurgus and the device.
We have a new overseer.
Sorry, guys.
I am going to attempt to break it.
The addition. So knowledgeable. So powerful. So connected.
Are we still in rounds?
Yep.
Okay.
The deep mind has taken possession of its thrall. A brand new overseer or greater mind flayer has been created as the eldritch aberrant ultra potion that this D'Amberville noble had concocted not only transforms you into an illithid, but perhaps even brought the elder brain here.
Yeah.
Esri goes screaming from this place.
It's a good plan. It's a good plan.
Make sure you grab Darshan. She goes and carries the three of her companions, two of which were part of a party, and one, Max, looking at you, somehow got captured by Mind Flayers a long time ago, and you'll have to define who it is that was in one of the bulbs. Esri, turn is done. Bukrebek.
What just happened? Professor, you idiot! We need to leave this place! Hey, can you save him?
I'll try.
Bugs are all dead. The Shadow Men and Top Hats are dead. Makernam is going to pick up the last skull.
For keeping!
And he swallows. For Esri, the container that is the illithid skull that has Darshan's soul inside of it. Makernam's belly is glowing.
Oh, this has never happened before.
Like he swallowed a flashlight kind of thing. And he's then going to go zipping back towards Zephyros. The professor's stupidity has caught up to him.
Finally has, yeah. Finally has.
What do we need to do? Nothing but submit. The professor is in the telepathic bond, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he is.
we is also in the telepathic bond, knowing everything that you're communicating with each other via your telepathic bond. Pharisee.
We need him to get out of the trap, or we need him to stay in the trap.
Oh, I'm gonna be unconscious and just take it.
I'll cast Break Enchantment on the professor to try and reverse the effects of the potion.
Okay.
What's the cast time on that?
That is a good question. Casting time 1 minute. I probably can't do that. That is a good point. Break the connection, and we'll take some of his remains and bring him back with all the knowledge he's taken. I will. What do we do here? Yeah, I think I will start moving towards the door.
Okay.
I want to be out of range of the professor here. Yeah. The last time he fell, it was because that connection was destroyed. And I believe the alchemist's body turned to dust. We might be able to save a piece of him and bring him back.
The alchemist's body turned to dust because of the disintegrate spell.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Zephyros. Zephyros is...
Oh, shit. While I'm up there...
Yep.
I haven't really done too much, right?
Yeah, you sort of look around and
Professor.
give a nod. What's that?
Go to sleep.
Yes.
And then I'll fly not nearly as far.
Okay. Professor, I think you have a +2 to your wisdom in this form. So a +1 to your will save.
Okay,
It
so
would probably be pretty good, but maybe.
Yep.
it's 1d20 plus. Normally it's 14, so it's a plus another 1 plus 2 from Good Hope.
Yep.
34.
Yeah, you get to stay awake.
Damn it.
That's the wrong time to roll 17s.
Yeah, it is.
That's cumulatively more than all of your other saving throws this game.
The device, if you can, we want your companions unconscious and hooked up to these devices because they want to feed off of their dreams and everything, So that's kind of what Wee's thinking about, just to give Luke something to think about. You, of course, know all about the weaknesses of your companions, so come up with a plan. Thurgus, which you may not have time to enact.
Yeah, I'm gonna base the professor.
Yeah, so you had sundered the cord. A new cord came out and just hooked into the professor. Like the professor hooked himself in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight down. Is it the overseer? Is that where?
The creepy looking thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna move straight to the overseer. Alchemy is never the answer, you idiot! And like with a backhanded baseball bat, I'm gonna smack him with the flat side of the blood sickle, and just try and punt him towards the entrance, and just smack him as hard as I can for non-lethal damage.
Okay, Professor, in this form, you gain a +5 natural armor and a +2 dex.
So that's a 47 to hit.
I'm
With the -4
guessing
for non-lethal.
whatever I'm gaining here is not going to give me enough.
Do you have any way of blocking this with your shield, immediate action, or anything like that? So you've got a +6 to your AC just for being an illithid.
Mm-hmm. Let me look. What is the one? Windy Escape?
That'll just get rid of a crit.
Yeah, that's not gonna help.
Spell shield, you immediate
I have
action.
no more arcane points left though, so I can't do any of this.
Oh, you burned them all? Okay.
Yeah, I'm at 24.
He did say that he spent all of them today.
Yeah.
Your int bonus in this form is a +4.
He got dumber. Or is that his racial modifier? And
That will be an additional racial modifier.
So from human, he had a +2, so it goes up by an extra 2. Is that how?
No, this is like a template added on top of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Anyways, yeah, you don't have any arcane pool points because those come back with rest. So
Yeah.
Thurgus, you smack the professor.
Yeah. So this is 66. Oh, I'm not large anymore. 64 points of damage, of non-lethal damage.
Normally my hit points are 113 when I'm out of the dream realm.
Yeah,
I think
there's enough
lose
modifiers.
a little bit.
Yeah, there's enough modifiers. Just keep your 113 currently.
Okay, how much damage did I take?
It's 64 non-lethal.
Okay.
Okay, you're pretty bruised.
Then the next one, same thing, but this is with his offhand. He's going to smack him with the Dark Star. Again, flat of the blade. So he basically does like a pirouette where he smacks him with the primary, and then he comes around with the left hand and smacks him with that one too. Go to sleep, idiot! So the offhand, you can't crit if you're not proficient with non-lethal, right?
No, you can crit.
Or is that a thing I made up? Okay. So then I'll roll to confirm. A nat 1 to confirm. I'm so good at this.
All right, so you don't take off any of his limbs.
Hey, it worked out this time.
Yeah.
That's the third time in a row you've rolled a 1 on a
crit confirm.
But this time it was actually good.
Yeah, exactly.
61 points of non-lethal.
That puts me at 125 non-lethal.
You also with Vorpal, it's nat 20s specifically they take off limbs, so I think you were safe. But
yeah, you're right.
What's
your total? What's your max HP?
When I'm outside the dream realm, it's 113. It's a little lower in here because my con's lower, and then it's probably a little higher because of the illithid template.
Yeah, give me a second. So your con is your charisma, so it's 13 less, and then these creatures do provide you a good charisma boost, so you've actually got 13 hit points more than normal.
So that would be 126. So I'm standing with one non-lethal hit point left.
Then I'll smack him with my third action.
Okay.
I was going to use it to sunder the cord, but if you're still up.
Haste attack.
Oh, I do get the haste attack. All right.
Thank God I hasted you there.
So 42 to hit.
The damage
is 61. So
okay, so
whatever. So it's 60 lethal.
Yeah, so he took so much non-lethal that he's got 126 non-lethal and 60 lethal.
Yeah.
And you were unconscious, and then your haste attack.
I was actually going to say that was the haste attack, and I was going to spend my last action to sheathe my weapons.
Okay.
Because I'm going to pick him up on my next turn and carry him out.
He's still attached to the...
Yeah, okay. Then I'll just sunder the...
cord?
I will try and sunder the cord. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you do enough damage. You sunder the cord kind of at the base of his spine, and you've got this whipping cord now as you rescued your illithid companion. Professor, you're unconscious. The deep mind. Everyone's freedom of movement in this room. Professor, what do you have on you?
A bunch of stuff. Let's see.
What is your arcane bond item?
My grandfather's ring. It's bonded to my hand. I'm a familiar.
Oh, that's right.
So I don't
You don't have an arcane bond. Okay.
Yeah. I've got the Tenebrin shield on my back, the orange cloak, ring of the troll god's blessing, amulet of health, Archiminos headband, plague doctor's mask, gloves of larceny, winged boots.
Okay. The hive mind doesn't like your familiar. It doesn't like undead, and it is going to sunder your pouch.
Is my pouch? But
Yeah.
the undead's not even here because it can't dream, right?
That's right.
The undead hasn't been in the dream this whole time, I'm pretty sure.
But it knows everything you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to sunder your belly button.
Is that a ranged attack, like a touch attack?
It would be an attack. I don't. No, it's going to just be an attack.
Okay.
I don't know if you can block attacks.
Not regular attacks. If it was a ranged or a ranged touch, I could try and deflect it, but not just a regular melee. I'm not a swashbuckler.
Your bag of holding in your belly button is broken currently and inaccessible.
Shit.
It's not destroyed. If it was destroyed, all the contents would be floating out in the ethereal plane somewhere and never to be found.
Yeah.
But by virtue of this, you've lost contact with your familiar, and you lose all the benefits of having a familiar.
Raspberries. I think it's like a bunch of bonuses to skill checks.
Yep.
Is there anything else? Is there like a casting component it fucks with?
You used to use it to maintain concentration for you.
Yeah.
The powers of your familiar is +3 bonus to stealth and the alertness feat, and then all of its abilities to, do the concentration for you. Okay, for you, Professor, if you do recover from this, you know that the elder brain, that simply refers to itself as we does not like undead. And it seems to be currently in a struggle against an undead foe that it can't. It currently doesn't have the power to manipulate with mind magics.
Is my hand is still undead, right?
Your hand is bony still, even in your Mind Flayer state. Don't worry. If left to its own devices, it'll get rid of that soon as well. That was the deep mind taking its action. Ezri is screaming, "Get out of here! Join us. Come to the dreaming circles. We wish to know your dreams." No! Not again! Never again! Bukerbeck,
Get over here, you idiots! Come on!
Yeah, he doesn't have much. He's not wandering back into this room. Never mind. Hasted Bukerbeck runs out, grabs Pharisee, and pulls her into the hallway. You shouldn't have left us like that. It's a horrible feeling.
Yes, it was fine. We're all fine now. Oh, I'm glowing. Get over here, Thurgus! You can do it!
Pharisee? Matt, you are the mute.
I'm going to move as fast as I can towards the door.
Yeah, you are inside the little hallway. Zephyrus hasn't lowered the fire wall yet.
Oh, okay.
But you guys are out of the room. The doors are open, and you're in the little hallway. And it doesn't look like the tentacle can actually reach that far.
Okay. Then I want to know, is the professor carrying the Elder Brain with him now? Have we just freed the Elder Brain from its prison if the professor comes with us?
Give me a knowledge dungeoneering.
I'll roll that one. I'll also ask. I'll roll that one. What are we looking at? Dungeoneering is plus 20. 1d20 plus 20. I have 28.
He underwent some sort of polymorphic transformation. The closest you think is like a powerful polymorph.
Yeah.
He might still be loyal to the to the we entity, but
the we is in that thing in the room for the most part.
Yep.
Okay. I can try and undo this effect if we get him to a spot where I can spend a minute or so on it.
Okay. Zephyrus is going to dismiss his wall of fire so you guys can leave without taking damage. The devices, nothing happens. Nobody's soul or mind gets sucked up into the dreaming canisters. These big soul-binding dreaming canisters. Thurgus, top of round 8.
I can hold a greatsword in one arm, right? Just not wield it?
Correct.
So I will let go of the Dark Star with one of my blood arms.
Okay.
As a free action, so I'm only holding the Dark Star. I'm two-handing the
Dark
blood
Star
signal in my right arm.
Horrible sounds of screams of its victims.
And then with that blood arm, I'm just gonna scoop up the professor.
Okay. You grab him by the neck and tentacles, and you pick him up.
And then double move out. I think it's free action to change your grip, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm at 60, 90. I can move 180 in a double move.
Okay, you go flying out of the chamber, and the doors shut angrily behind you. You felt perhaps a different presence, like a cold air pass by. You hear this very strange and charming voice. And let me build a token. I didn't realize we'd get this far.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no, you did the right thing, Luke. Don't apologize.
I had to.
Out of character, I baited you into that so hard. If anything, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna smash the bottle. There's only one chance for you to know what it does.
I'm very happy with how that played out. If anything, I feel bad.
I think that's definitely
had to be done, guys.
I don't blame you even in the slightest.
I will try and break this enchantment.
That would be good.
I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping that the light was gonna be Zalara's son.
Ah.
Ah.
I was kind of like, oh man, what if, you know? The reason he's been trapped is because he's trapped in the dreaming.
Doors are shutting. As the doors shut, a bunch of the nightmare chambers shut. Greetings, he says with this wide bow. He's got a walking stick that looks like it was taken from the grimmest of hells. This gaudy jewelry all over himself. This ermine mink cloak His fingernails are overly long and elaborately painted and like carved. His fangs betray the vampiricism that has long ago cursed his body and form. He's got a brilliant amulet made out of amber.
Ah, this is the guy.
I've been watching you with great interest. You have done a great deed here today. You have defeated the Mind Flayer. Crazy thing that is, stuck to the bottom of your boot, but no matter how hard you try to scrape it, it just won't go away. Have you enjoyed your stay here? No? Well, you have been here for a long time. He points at the cat. Catch any mice? Yes. He goes to like Coochie Coo, like Esri, she's not having anything of it. She goes diving to the back. Very interesting. So, you have made it past the manor. I suppose I have to reward you. Hmm?
You do have to release us. I think at least that.
We are not done having fun yet. You haven't even explored my homeland.
I feel like I learned a great deal about it from the orrery.
I see. Yes. Ancient and alien skies, these are. Why have you come here to my domain? Perhaps we should change the scenery. I smell that you have had something to eat already. Perhaps you'd like something to drink?
Fergus is pretty winded. He's like catching his breath.
Yep.
Mechanically,
You
he's
with many of
fatigued.
your delights.
So you've come here to meet me, or have you come here to transform into the visage of my Swedish enemy? You should kill that thing. Mount its head on a spike. Call it a trophy.
We will if we can't turn it back. I promise.
Turn it back. Oh, this one. Oh, I like this one. I can smell his great deeds. Yeah?
Fergus puts himself in between him and the party. He's still carrying the professor.
You are very bloody.
He just stares at him. He's still catching his breath. But he's in that mode where he's no longer raging, but he knows that Pharisee is the one who talks, so he's just keeping his mouth shut. And he's just staring daggers at this dude.
I have a proposal to make for you. Who is in charge now that this brain is no longer? Yeah.
I don't know a great deal about this realm. I would assume you are in charge, don't you think?
Oh, the flattery.
I think he's asking about the party leader, Pharisee.
The flattery is very graciously accepted. He clasps his hands, and immediately the surroundings change to like a ball with people wearing masks as they're tumbling all around you. Somehow you're swept up into this place, and there are people trying to dance with you. Fergus shakes off the dancers and like tries to slash at one of them to keep them away, and it just ends up being like empty dress and smoke. You could see him sitting at the front of this massive table. Actually, he's on like a seat, like a lord's seat, as he's overlooking this masquerade. He's got one of these really thin and small masks on that's just basically like a raccoon mask almost, that is not hiding who he is, but everyone else seems to be masked a little. He's doing this perhaps, Thurgus, to distract you and to like keep away from your horrible blades, and you feel that this creature is the master of the dreams of this place, and his every thought just seems to be will. Who is moving forward to continue to talk to him?
I'll continue to talk to him.
Okay.
I will send a thought specifically to Pharisee in the telepathic bond. If it's go time, I'm gonna try and swing at that amulet. I bet I could act faster than him, but I might only get one shot, and I feel like that thing's important.
I think you're right. Well, tell me then, what would you have of us? What would you offer us for the great service we have provided?
You notice that there's a table next to him, and there's this piteous man. He's got glasses on, all fours. I don't have a token. But he's crawling around on the ground eating bugs while this ball is going on. Do not mind him. Everyone needs a familiar.
Sure.
You're fair, you say.
I think yes. I think that what we would like is our prize money and the opportunity to walk out the door without causing you any more trouble.
No trouble at all. It was about time that someone won a boxing match or enjoyed such a fun and wonderful feast. I see that you have confronted not one but two dragons here, and you confounded the great Mind Flayer. Are you sure you do not want to stay here? One thing I can offer you is a measure of immortality.
Oh, no, I don't think it's worth it. We can, if you like, take a measure of yours away.
I see. Oh, so mighty.
What do you think? What is it that you want?
I want this fun to continue. You see, battling Mind Flayer is very... There are only so many times that you can play chess. I want light and laughter and music and fun. Look at you, great warriors from this strange place. I am somewhat of a voyageur, come from distant lands to explore, to taste the wonderful tastes of new cuisines.
Yes.
And you've provided such excellent entertainment. I tell you what, there are three things that are out about in Averon, my birthplace, my homeland, my prison. Collect these three things for me, deliver them to the foot of my crypt, and I will let you leave with the bounty of a lord such as I. And for some reason, as he just flicks his fingers, coins and gems just start spilling everywhere. mountains of treasure all around you, for a brief moment, you know that this creature is rich. Strangely, it was all tainted a little bit with dried blood and gore and the ill-gotten ways staining the treasure.
I think in my head I'll ask, is he telling the truth? I'm not sure there's a way out without his blessing.
Can I make a sense motive check?
Or his corpse.
Yep.
46.
He's a devious creature, but the part about him wanting 3 things to let you out was truth wrapped in scheme.
Yeah.
There's some truth to it, but he's got his own reasons for it.
Oh, you're doing the trick, aren't you? You're speaking each other's minds. I know magic. I know lots of magic.
Give us a good night's rest on it.
Oh,
We deserve at least that.
there is nothing but sleep here. You can find a nice place, a nice barn. You can cozy up to some milkmaid or sleep with the cows if you want. Yes, Averon has got great fields and people bustling about, doing their little things, still repetitiously living as they once did. Why? To torture me? To amuse me? No, just the noise of the living. Just the noise of the dream. Sometimes it is good to go home. Other times, nostalgia is death. But I get ahead of myself. You will now go to Averon. You will seek the 3 things. I will send some of my servants to help you figure out what those 3 things are. And then you deliver them to the foot of my crypt. I may or may not be there, depending on the time of day.
Sure. I think we can take him. We'll have opportunities to take him tomorrow at full power if we want to. Don't you think?
They're doing it again. Yes. Just a reminder. It was my mind that created this place. I was so feared by the gods and the powers that be in my time that they locked me away. Now, you think you can defeat me? We will see what moves you make on this nice chessboard that we will play in Averon.
It will at least be entertaining, will it not?
Yes. 3 things to collect, 3 things to deliver, and 3 wishes I will grant you before you go back to your strange and wonderful realm. The people that come here are so different from where I come from. The madness that I saw in mirrors and pools and planet travel. Oh, it is all here. You are
This
proof.
is a challenging place.
Yes. A jewel. No. A fine pearl. Go, sleep within my dream. Travel, Averon. My minions will tell you what you need to collect. Until then, sweet dream. With that, the ballroom begins to fade, and grasses begin to appear, and there's a dilapidated barn. You can hear some cows and like cowbells. There's a drooping, horrible, ill-kept, creaky-looking windmill, and a small farm village. A deep, dark forest that you know contains great evils just by the looks of it, and you're in some storybook realm of medievaldom.
All right.
I think this is where we push pause for the evening. As
Sounds
you have navigated Castle Amber, or Maison or Chateau d'Amberville, and you are now in the second part of the module called Aberon.
Nice.
It's
That sounds good.
strange silent G, and it's Aberon, Aberon. Yes. What are you kind of retreat to the barn. It's full of hay. It's surprisingly clean and a little bit sheltered from the elements. What are you doing with the professor?
I'd like to see if I can undo that transformation.
Pharisee, Thurgus, Zephyros, Bukrubek, you guys are seeing the professor like slowly lock into this polymorphic form. You think that if you leave him for too long, he will just simply become this. Hopefully he has just put on the gown, and the gown can be removed, and you have your attempt to break a 20th level magic, or a DC 32 effect.
Can I spend a hero point beforehand for a +8?
You can. Are there
All right.
other ways that you're boosting the spell?
I have Grand Destiny, which gives me a +4. It's a limited number of charges thing, but it's usable on caster level checks. And I have Spell Penetration, which is a +2.
Okay.
So my caster level is 13.
Oh, no,
I've got +2,
it's the roll on break enchantment. So it's not the SR you need to break.
It's a dispel
but
check.
the break enchantment check
It is a caster level check.
Is a caster level check. Yeah. You make a caster level check.
DC 31.
Yeah.
DC 31. Yep. And you add your caster level maximum +15. So only 15 can come from the caster level. You can add other things though, beyond +15.
Caster level's only 13.
Caster level's 13. Spell penetration is presumably the +2 for spell penetration applies.
Does it? I think spell pen is on caster level checks only to overcome spell resistance.
Yeah.
Oh, you're probably right. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So the +4, let me see what Grand Destiny says here. You gain a +4 competence bonus that you can choose to apply before rolling any attack roll, caster level check, saving throw, or skill check.
Yep.
So that's 17.
So I think that counts. And then the +8 from the hero point.
25.
Could barely fail. This ought to be an easy roll, right?
Oh god!
So
do you
don't
think?
roll a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Are there any other actions?
70% success rate. You're fine.
I failed. Well, we could kill him and resurrect him.
Oh, I know how to do that one.
You have one more hero point.
Do I? Because I spent one earlier this evening too.
You did. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Neil's
To save
got
Luke,
one,
by
Max
the
got
way.
one.
to save the professor. Yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I brought this upon myself.
Well, to dispel to do the spell, the counter spell.
Okay, well, Bukrubek, that didn't work. So how do you feel about resurrection? And he pulls out the great sword and goes shink, and he just like holds it over his head like a headsman's axe.
If we bring him back, we could try it again tomorrow. We could take the rod of wood and turn him into wood, petrify him. That might pause the effect. Give us a chance to undo it and then try to break it again.
I have not prepared a raise dead spell today. We'll have to wait until we've rested.
That's fine. We
have
could
a
leave him
suitable-
outside the barn or something. I'll keep an eye out for wild animals.
Do we have a suitable diamond?
Pretty sure. I go digging around in the pouch. I think we have a significant one.
A 5,000 gold piece diamond to cast Raise Dead.
There are 2 5,000 gold piece diamonds in the spells and alchemical components.
Nice.
It is a brute force method. There is one problem. We're
What's
not
that?
sure what happens to people when they die in here.
Oh, that's a good point. It might be very bad. Well, we could turn him to wood and then try to break the enchantment tomorrow.
I can also...
Is that a cleric spell?
Like flesh to stone?
Break
Break
enchantment?
enchantment.
I
Break
can also
enchantment.
attempt tomorrow, but
Cleric 5.
I am not as powerful as you are, says Quebec shyly to Ferris.
Sure, yes.
Oh,
Yes, break enchantment is a fairly powerful spell. I don't have a way to get another one.
the professor's so beautiful now, says Makaram.
Does it require break enchantment, or would a dispel magic
That's
effect
true.
work?
It's a polymorphic effect. So, break enchantment's required.
Okay, so you can't use dispel magic.
What about a limited wish?
A limited wish can mimic I believe a fifth. Give me a second. Limited wish. A limited wish can duplicate. Is break enchantment a sorcerer wizard? It is a sorcerer wizard.
Sorcerer wizard 5.
So it could duplicate any sorcerer wizard spell of 6 or lower. So yes.
Yeah. I could give a grand destiny to Zephyros, and he could limited wish the break enchantment.
Okay.
This is expensive.
It's a heroes.
But we will...
Well, you just saw. We're going to make a ton of money off of this.
As regent, I can afford this.
You are magnanimous.
Oh, come on, King.
All right, Zephyros will cast a limited wish. He's got that
Plus
prepared today.
4.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll use his Grand Destiny for a +4,
Yep.
and his caster level is 13.
Yeah, I think so. He's got to get a 14 or better.
Neil has 1 fortune point and 1 hero point.
I feel like Neil's a pretty team player kind of guy.
I hate using his points for him when he's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of shitty.
All right, so he's got a +13, +4 from Grand Destiny. I think he'll use at least the fortune point if he's within reach.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Would it be better for him to use a greater dispel than a limited wish on a break enchantment, which is only a 5th? Because greater dispel is 6.
If it can mimic that,
I don't know. It's
Which
just a
is
thought.
greater.
I was just looking at the other 6s to see if there's anything else that might be better than that.
yeah.
Additionally, greater spell has a chance to spell any effect that removes a curse or can remove, even if spell magic can't dispel that effect. So yes.
Oh, okay.
Would it be
Well-
better? No, but it's now a spell you guys know how to cast. So I don't know if he's got one of those prepared as well.
Oh, that's a good question.
He's got Disintegrate, Chains of Fire, Elemental Assessor, and Greater Heroism.
That's fair, yeah.
Either step, telekinesis. No, he didn't. He's not undoing the Bobos. He's making the Bobos.
Okay.
All right, he's got one limited wish. Somebody subtract 1,500 gold pieces from the diamond. And Luke, do you want the honors of rolling?
Oh God, I don't know if I do.
1d20 plus 17.
Do I really want to do this? 1d20 plus 17.
I believe in you.
Here we go, guys.
Do you have any Zalara boons? Oh no,
I
22.
didn't roll good.
Is diamond dust efficient on that? Can I use diamond dust for that?
Yeah, diamond dust is fine.
Okay.
The Zalara boons were...
Let's see here.
What was the cards we had this round?
The only boon that I have that could be applicable is I have a Gaius quest from Desnobia, but unless her quest, I don't think it's applicable.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't see anything.
I had the Inverted Rabbit Prince was the card I had, the key.
And what did it do?
Inherent bonus to Dex allows mirror dodge a single attack in melee immediate action.
Okay. Yeah, see, Zephyros has a void 1 calamity, but that's to himself, not to...
Yeah.
So is it Plan Raised Dead yet?
I think turn him to wood is probably a good first option.
All right.
And then try and bake it in the morning?
It will keep him from trying to escape.
Yes. Will it pause the transformation effect? I would imagine that it would.
I don't know.
No pun intended.
I saw what you did there.
Nice, nice. I don't know if we can...
Oh, heard?
You know, like sawing wood. Never mind.
Oh,
I was trying to keep it going. You ruined it.
Oh.
I don't know that...
Leave it to Macronom to screw up the joke.
That's not funny.
Oh.
I don't know if
Wood has not.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I got it eventually there.
Zephyros is shaking his head. I refuse.
The Everbark wand, if that's what you were going to use to turn the professor to wood, is in the Flesh Grafter's bag, which is sealed closed right now.
Well, if we would kill him, that would be potentially really bad because we're trapped here in this realm.
Potentially. It might be fine.
It might be fine.
All right, as you guys are in this strange, safe-feeling barn inside of this nightmare realm, dealing with the professor's choices.
Figure it out.
Just tie me up for a while or something. Put a bag on my head.
I know the jerks are going to adventure with this. You never know.
I mean, he's. Let's take off his ring of regeneration.
No, that's smart.
It's bonded to my hand.
Yeah.
Let's take off his hand.
And are you joking? Because I'll do it.
No, I mean, I think regeneration, we just have to keep whacking him every 5 minutes, and that seems like a real bore.
Oh no!
I'm sure you can put the hand back on.
No, don't. Please, don't put yourself out, Pharisee. I can handle it.
Good point. Yes, all right. All right.
Punch him in the face. There we
Look,
go.
it's a dirty job. I don't like it. And I just slam my fist into the professor's big bulbous head. I'll keep an eye on him. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
I also
Yeah,
cast Lesser Restoration on myself to keep myself nice and wide awake. No chance of getting tired or exhausted or anything.
Used his arcane bond today.
I don't think so.
All right.
I think he might not have.
He's going to arcane bond and then burn another 1,500 gold pieces of diamond dust to try
Well,
to
he
do
can greater dispel with an arcane bond, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes. And then he'll use one of the Grand Destinies. Go ahead, Luke. Give me a d20 plus 17.
Oh, God. I don't know if I can, guys.
The dice have to show up for us eventually.
Are we ready?
Today.
And here we go.
No.
That walk of shame across the room. you know, maybe being a Mind Flayer is actually kind of cool. Maybe we're thinking about this the wrong way. I'll keep up, like, I'll give you, like, the Ring of Thought shielding, and maybe you can be, like, your own isolated Mind Flayer that isn't affected by the Wii, and it'll be fine.
Who's just really depressed because he's separated from the hive.
I mean, we have a Ring of Mind shielding. We could try it, see what happens. What's the worst that happens? I knock him unconscious again? It's fine.
All right, I think the party is out of options to try to heal the professor right this second. Not out of options in the long run, but definitely in a dangerous and unknown situation. I wrote down as a candidate name for tonight's game is Alchemy is never the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would agree with that one. I would.
It's like chef's kiss kind of thing. It fit it very nicely. Okay. I think that's in the books. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching on YouTube, which is where this video will appear. Hopefully the audio wasn't too bad. Thanks for your support, and as always, I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did. Peace. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Oh, no.
I am definitely going to go to sleep.